see Lee go down, your name's called, just what's sort of going through your mind as you're trotting out there at Blacksburg?
I say the most important thing that was going through my mind is just I put the work in during the week to be able to go out there if needed, and if my number is called, I'm going to be ready. And when my number was called, when Coach Luke called me, it was just you go play your game, be confident in yourself, and the guys around you trust you. So just be able to go out there and be ready.
See, the guy needs a ton of confidence. And does that add to the motivation, I guess?
That definitely adds to it because Coach Sweeney sees the work that we put in every day, as long as with Coach Luke as well, him being able to just have the confidence to put me in there. So it's just a level of confidence booster to help go out there.
Chapel Fellow in the state, what's like going through your mind as you trot out, and obviously your main assignment is like one of the nation's sack leaders, big road game atmosphere. Like, what were you thinking, and how did you kind of settle in?
I'll say the main thing that was just playing through is just, I'll say that the guy, I know he's definitely a talented guy. I mean, his resume speaks for himself. He's pretty decent, but I practice against guys every day who are as good or just not better. And just go out there, play your game, don't let the game speed you up, and don't let the outside noise as well get in my head and just make me nervous about the game.
Carter of the Greenville News. Coach Sweeney said you can play all 5 positions on the offensive line. I guess which position feels the most comfortable to you?
I say tackle feels the most comfortable because that's why I started at most natural, but I am an athlete, so I am able to move around between guard, tackle, and play a little bit center if needed, if I have to be able to move inside.
Larry Williams, TigerIllustrated.com. Were you nervous at all, especially going against 52 when, he comes in as the sack leader nationally?
I didn't really have any nerves going against him because I prepared during the week, watching film, looking at his moves, his tendencies, what all he does, and also just getting prepared during the week, going against my teammates, our D-line every day. So it was pretty easy.
So what were the things in your head as you're matched up against him that you had to do, looking back on it?
Looking back, I'll say it was just making sure I got to my spots off of pass sets, watching to see whenever he would try to go inside off if they would bring a boundary pressure, and just being able to stay in front of him off of pass sets and shooting my hands early.
Did any of the offensive line, Ryan Luther, commanding him, kind of uplift you during the game on Saturday?
They definitely did. Ryan was a guy that just keep reminding me. He said, I'm built for this. I'm ready for this. I can do this. Along with Walker, Blake, Harris, Sewell, all of the guys, they were just keeping instilling to me that I can do this. I'm built for this moment. And just keep pushing and thriving through the finish all the way through.
Was there a moment in the game where you felt like, because I know you put in the work during the week, was there a moment in the game where you felt like, I definitely can do this. I definitely can hold my own against this player on the O-line?
I'll say it was maybe the second drive, and I think they had a twist and we picked it up perfectly, and I just felt like, okay, this is the exact thing that we worked over many times, repped it almost 100 times this week, and I felt just like, all right, I can sing it. I'm confident in what we're doing right now.
What was your recruiting process like to get to Clemson? I know you're kind of a late commit in the cycle, and how much did that play a role in all that?
I'll say I came to camp here twice, two summers in a row, and then I came on the OV for the Georgia Tech game. That was a big boost up. But then even when Coach Luke came in and got the job, he called me out like 2-3 days after he got hired, before he even got acclimated in, and just conversated with me and my mom, and that was something big to me because family is really important to me, but also him being from Mississippi like myself, it also just made the bond just a little bit closer.
It's John Brown with the Post-Inquirer. Is there anything like you bonded about Mississippi with Coach Luke over?
Well, my favorite team used to be Ole Miss growing up, and he was the head coach at Ole Miss. So it was just a little bit of correlation, and also the same region of Mississippi that we were originally from.
Seems like you're always finishing plays like 20 yards downfield with the running back. Where does that come from, and how much pride do you take in doing it?
It comes from my high school. The mindset that I always had to always finish and never let anyone outwork me, and then the mindset that Coach Luke installs here is to always finish, just give extra effort after the play is over with.
So again, Coach Sweeney said that you can play all 5 positions. You played a little bit of center in high school, and how do you get to a place where you credit your ability to see the game and be able to play all those different positions?
Also, it's just being able to hone in and be confident in myself, and just looking at all positions, just studying my film and knowing our calls, knowing the schemes of the defense that we're going against, and just knowing what to do at each position.
jump in and play center today if you needed to? Like, do you remember doing the snap and all that stuff?
I can snap. It's just maybe just a couple calls I had to be reminded of, but I could jump in and do it.
What's it been like working with like a college strength and conditioning program? Did you show up wanting to like add a little weight or drop a little weight and kind of work where you at?
I think my mindset coming in for strength and conditioning was mostly just to gain muscle mass and just get a little bit stronger, knowing that this is Clemson. Our D-line is we have a really good D-line, so I'm want to be able to compete with them every day because we're gonna play guys just as good, if not better, than them on Saturdays. So just coming in, building the muscle mass, and probably adding a little bit of weight so I'm not as thin was mainly my idea. Coach Hogan does a really good job with getting us prepared every day, especially during the off season, working us as hard as we can, but also making sure that we're staying healthy.
Did you have any like family at the Tech game? Right, it was such an unexpected time for you to play like 74 snaps. Were they there? Were they watching at home? Were they super fired up to see you do that much?
Most of my family was at home. I also got messages from friends back home as well. I wish my mom could have made it. She didn't have anyone to help her with the drive, but she seen me. She seen it, and she texted me after the game and was telling me how proud she was.
You were a multi-sport athlete. You played basketball as well. Like, how many did you play both sports all the way through high school? And how do you think that benefited you as a lineman?
I played basketball, football, and I did a little bit of track in high school, but I've always played multiple sports ever since elementary school. Always growing up. I feel like it helped me with just staying in shape year-round. Instead of being in the off-season not doing anything, I was able to just continue doing something. And also, I give credit to basketball for helping me with my footwork. With being an athlete, I'd be able to move as good as I can be.
I know that there's a lot of football players who think they should be basketball players. And did you always have an idea that football was my path, or were you really into basketball as well?
I was really into basketball, but I felt like that my passion came from football. As much work that I would put into it and how much time that I would do, I'd be able to just hone in. And as much film as I watched going through high school, I feel like football was going to be the thing that was my passion going through.
Do you dunk? I feel like I've seen videos of that.
Definitely.
Still dunk?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been able to? When did that start?
I say I got my first dunk my freshman year of high school.
Are you the only offensive lineman at Clemson that can dunk?
No, definitely not. Tristan has some bunnies to him. Marcus does as well. I've never seen Blake and Walker never actually play basketball. I think Blake could probably get up there though. He's got a long wingspan. He's pretty tall. I'm pretty sure he can get up there.
This is random, but I saw that you were like the Health Occupation Students of America and Future Farmers of America. Like, why were you involved with those organizations?
It was something that I was interested in high school, and so our school had the program, and I felt like I wanted to have something else to add to my resume to have to do outside of just sports. So those extracurricular activities was just something that I would really like to do.
Anybody in your family a farmer?
Not really a farmer, but my mom did. My mom was a part of it whenever she was in high school, along with my grandparents.
Elijah, both Walker Parks and Blake Miller surpassed 2,500 career snaps from scrimmage this past game. What has allowed them to be consistent performers like that? What can you take from them?
I'll say it's just their mindset, especially with Walker, with everything that he's gone through from the years he's been here, and just he never gives up. Walker comes in every day wanting to work, got a lunch pail mentality, just a blue collar guy every day, just coming in wanting to work, get better, and just wanting to see this team grow and get better. And I take that from him and Blake, because even the days that they may be hurt, they may be tired, or they may be exhausted, ready to just give in, they come in every day, work, and motivating everybody around them.
Anyone else for Elijah? All right, Elijah. Thank you, man. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.